Hello there, Dan here with the Freedom Provider. Today we are going through the Filmic Pro camera menu walkthrough, and what we're going to do is I've got the camera on looking at some Mr. Beast merch and an Infinity Gauntlet back there, and we're just going to review the Filmic Pro menu. In the yellow buttons there you got the battery and storage, and then right next to that is the settings icon. We're going to look at our resolution first, and you can see here we got our 16:9. You can change your aspect ratio, and then of course you got your quality. You can bring this all the way up to 4K, maybe even higher depending on the hardware of your phone, and the quality of the files, the codec, Filmic Extreme being the highest one, kind of like a cinema grade codec for your recording files when you're using this. You can also go down obviously to something much smaller. I tend to shoot on 1080p. Clicking outside of this brings you back to the previous window. Here we're looking at our frame rate from 24 frames to 30 frames. You can adjust that. You can also adjust your playback frames per second. You can change your shutter speed as well, going from auto to manual, and we're just kind of tinkering around here showing you the different things that we can do. Obviously all of this is dependent on your phone hardware. You do also have a time-lapse feature that you can adjust to really get some slower footage or record some stuff over time. So it's pretty cool. Once we click out of this, which we kind of jumped right back in there, I guess if you go into your audio settings, if you had a USB microphone plugged to your camera, it would be available here to select on that. And you could also change the recording quality, and then you can look at the you can also monitor the recording using the headphones out. For your device, you can kind of set up some basics here: orientation lock, stitch recorded footage, some other features there. If you need to reset it back to your presets, here's where I chose to use external storage on my phone. You may not have that option, and then if you want to manage your content, you can put in all those titles there. Hardware, this is all the external hardware that you could use that this app would work with. For most iPhones, newer iPhones, I believe you can have an HDMI out option to turn the phone into a webcam, which is kind of cool. If you were to sync this, you could kind of link with your Filmic Pro community or sync function and sync there. This just kind of is some social stuff that you can connect with. You can do your stabilization on. You can flip your camera, hello, to the front lens or to the rear facing camera. And then obviously for the torch is just turning on your camera, a cell phone light, should you have it available. This just adds a grid that helps for framing up your shots, and then some tutorials and quick start guides there. In the window here we got your white balance. These here are extra options that you would use to, it's a cinematography upgrade for 14 bucks. We're not going to cover that. This is your white balance or color grading. You can kind of manually adjust this, or you can select from the presets down below. So if you want a certain look to your film, you can kind of do a little bit of that here. It's pretty limited, and that's why they make the additional features an additional upgrade. But here is your exposure wheel and focus wheels. You can manually set this, and when you click on it and start dragging it, you're kind of dialed in. So you have to click it again to kind of lock it. And then you also have into the center of that column light, mid, and dark zones as well that you can adjust. For focus, similar features here. You can pull your focus if you need to, or really dial it into what you like. And you can also tinker with zoom, I believe, on this, but I'll show you where that is in the main menu as well. Once these are done and you click on this, the reticules will turn red. The larger one is for your exposure, and your smaller one is for focus. Here is some of your settings for focus peaking, and another focus peaking, I believe. I'm not too sure what that is, quite honestly, but I know you do also have some zebra functionality, and you have some histogram features as well in here. So it is some really nice advanced features that will allow you to kind of improve your video in this imaging panel here. And then it shows all of your settings there up in the top corner. This is where you would play your videos. You can actually do some editing of your clips here as well, some trimming of them in this. And you can transfer them, file, move them around. That's your record button. And then this is, of course, is your zoom function, which this is pretty cool because I have never seen a zoom control, like on-screen control, that has like this slow of a responsiveness to the touch. Most cameras you gotta double pinch in, and it's a pain in the butt. So this is a pretty sweet, nice slow zoom based on your function, your touch there. So it's kind of neat. And this has been a very quick overview of the Filmic Pro menu. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you a little bit learn a little bit more about Filmic Pro. Thanks for watching. This is Dan with the Freedom Provider, wishing you a great day.